Hello everyone, Tim again here, and today I have the pleasure to bring you another one of my Call of Duty Black Ops 2 gameplays. However, before I get into the gameplay, there's just one thing I want to quickly mention. This is my starting route on Standoff. As you can see, I run into woods, go up to the top floor, and this is an excellent place to deal with that counter head glitch. You see a lot of people go there straight off the bat to try and negate your early B cap. So if you go to top wood, quickly clear them out and you can push and take B just like we did right there. But as I've got that out of the way, I can move on to the rest of the commentary, and as you can see, I am using the MTAR, but with a slightly different class setup today. I'm using the stocks, and that's going to be the main part of my commentary that I'm going to run onto in a little bit. But before I do that, I just want to talk a little bit about the MTAR. Now, as most of you guys know, if you've been following my Call of Duty Black Ops 2 gameplays recently, I've got a sort of a long-term goal to get gold assault rifles, get them all gold, and eventually work towards diamond. And I've completed the Type 25, so I thought I'd try the MTAR out next, because I haven't really used it at all. And I have to say, it's a weapon that I really like, because it's not really a niche weapon. I mean, you get some weapons, for example, like the SMR, which are incredible at long range and pretty much suck at everything else. So if you turn a corner and you bump into someone with an SMR, chances are you're going to get smeared all over the pavement and that's your streak over. But the great thing about the MTAR is you can take it into pretty much every single situation you'll find yourself in, and you'll have a chance. I mean, you will get outclassed by the specialist weapons, but there's no weapon in the game, in my opinion, that gives you that overall rounded attack that the MTAR does. I mean, obviously you can say a weapon like the AN-94, but that's, you know, borderline OP in my opinion. It's a very, very good assault rifle, that. So if you guys haven't tried the MTAR out before, I do sincerely recommend it. It's a great weapon, and it's a great weapon for a map like Standoff with a mix of engagement ranges, and it's just brilliant. Give it a try. But like I was mentioning earlier, this commentary is going to be about the stock, because I've been an absolute massive user of the Quickdraw handle. I run it on pretty much every single assault rifle I have. I run it on SMGs, sometimes only when I'm being ultra aggressive. Most of the time I run laser sights, but whenever I've been using that assault rifle, pretty much all the time I've used the Quickdraw handle as my go-to attachment. And I play with guys who swear by the stock. I mean, they say the stock is the best weapon attachment for the assault rifle. And over the past few weeks, I've been gradually phasing it in, trying to compare it a little bit with the Quickdraw and seeing how it works. And this is a gameplay right here where I use the stock on the MTAR. And I have to say, the more I use it and the more I get used to it, the more I appreciate what the stock does for you. Now, if you guys don't know what the stock does, it's practically like Stalker was in Modern Warfare 3. It gives you the ability to strafe faster with your iron sights up, and this is an incredibly useful tool, especially when you're going to come into 3 or 4 enemies at once round a corner. You can get your iron sights up nice and early, you can strafe around that corner, and you're nice and prepared for an engagement. And I have to say, the more I use it, the more I understand its benefit, because the ability to strafe accurately with your iron sights up is beneficial in 2 ways. Obviously, you're going to be more accurate with your gunfire because your iron sights are up nice and early. You're not just relying on random spraying. You're going to shoot a guy down. But also, because you're strafing faster than most enemies are used to, you can dodge a lot of gunfire incoming to you. So you see lots of times in this gameplay, I just strafe past people with my sights up, mow them down easily, and sometimes don't even take any damage. Just very, very easily kill people, and it's a great attachment. But there's one thing I would say about it. If you turn the corner unexpectedly and bump into someone, this is where the stock falls down, and this is where I like the Quickdraw handle. Now, like it says, the Quickdraw handle obviously enables you to get your iron sights up quicker, and I always like to run it with a dexterity combo. Dexterity, obviously the perk 3 perk, which enables you to bring your gun up faster from sprinting. So when you use that in conjunction with the Quickdraw handle, you can stop, bring that gun up into the hipfire position, and then very quickly bring it into the ADS position, all in one fluid movement. And in a gunfight like that, for example, where I run into a guy with a shotgun, the Quickdraw handle would have been exceptionally useful and would have kept me alive. So I've begun to trial the stock and the Quickdraw handle and use them on a variety of different assault rifles, and I've come up with a little bit of a conclusion. The stock is an incredibly, incredibly useful attachment, but I find it works better in gunfights where you know what's going to happen. So because I play with a team quite a lot, and a team which has excellent communication, it's very, very rare that I'm surprised in a gunfight, because the vast majority of the time teammates are calling out enemy locations. They'll be in wood or in red or green or wherever they're going to be. They're going to be shouting them out, and that means I very, very rarely don't know where the enemy are. And I mean, for example, in that kill there, I had a shout out from a teammate. They're in diner. I turned around, got my sights up early, and managed to kill the guy without really any problems. The only reason I died was because there was a second guy behind him that I wasn't expecting, and my aim failed and let me down a little bit, and he ended up killing me. So the stock is absolutely fantastic in that situation. However, like I was mentioning earlier, if you play a lot of solo and your team doesn't have great communication, and you're wandering around the map, perhaps you're being a little bit more aggressive, and you don't know where those enemies are, quick draw handle is absolutely vital, because you saw in that death there, I didn't know where the enemy was. I should have really been expecting him, because obviously the B rush is going to be very prevalent at the start of a round, but I didn't have quick draw handle. I felt a little bit vulnerable, and it ended up getting me killed. So this is the trade-off you have to make. Do you want the ability to strafe around corners and kill people and be a little bit more mobile, or do you want that added safety net of the quick draw handle? And that's what I see the quick draw handle as. It's a safety net for when you get caught with your pants down a little bit. If you turn a corner and you bump into an enemy, I always run dexterity. I mean, I think there's only one class which I don't run dexterity on. So you have that ability to immediately bring your gun up and then get it into ADS as fast as possible and bring a guy down with really no problems. And with a weapon like the MTAR, which, like I mentioned, isn't the most powerful weapon at close range, it's a bit of a jack of all trades, you need to make sure that you have gunfire going down range accurately as early as possible, and the quick draw handle really does help you to do that. So if you were like me and you're a little bit torn between them, this is what I would safely say to do. If you're running in a party and you've got good communication and you know the maps well, you know the traffic locations, use stock. Because if you are not surprised, the stock is definitely the superior attachment. That ability to strafe around corners and maintain accuracy and stay mobile is absolutely fantastic, especially if you run into multiple enemies. However, if you're running solo, or you're running on a map you're not sure of, or in a new game mode where you don't know where the spawns are, run quick draw handle, because the ability to very, very quickly bring up your iron sights can be an absolute lifesaver when caught unawares. So that's going to be my conclusion on the quick draw and stock. I hope you guys try both of them out. In my opinion, they are both the two best attachments to run with assault rifles, depending on your playstyle. Like I mentioned, run them, they are absolutely incredible. But just before the gameplay comes to an end, I just want to quickly mention my score streak setup, because as you can see in the bottom right, I'm running Lightning Strike, Stealth Chopper, VSAT, and this is an absolutely incredible score streak setup to use. If you can regularly get that VSAT, this is the score streak setup I thoroughly recommend, because you see so many people sit there with Lodestar, Warthog, Dogs or Swarm setup, and they get it once every 55 games, and yeah, it goes very, very well when they do get it, but the rest of the time you just fall flat on your face. This is a perfect mid-range score streak setup, because Lightning Strike is absolutely incredible in domination. I mean, you saw just a few seconds ago, I got B defends, I kill people on C. You know, it is vital in that tight domination game. If you have that ability to immediately call that Lightning Strike down to defend an objective, it is vitally important. But added to that, the Stealth Chopper VSAT combo, because they're so close together, if you can regularly get to that Stealth Chopper, the chances are you are never ever going to miss out on your VSAT, because it's only 100 points away. You can call your Stealth Chopper out, chances are that's going to get you 2 kills, so that's 50 points, and then all you need is an assist and you get that VSAT up, and it is an awesome combo. And then with the VSAT up, you can easily pick off 3, 4, 5 more kills, possibly a cap, that gets you back to your Lightning Strike, and you can start all over again. So this is an absolutely fantastic setup, both in terms of class and score streaks, and I would massively recommend it to you guys if you haven't tried it anyway. But the gameplay is about to come to an end. I think the final score is something around 44-8, somewhere around there. Pretty good gameplay, lots of caps and defense, and it shows off a weapon that I don't think gets as much appreciation as it deserves. The MTAR is a great choice. If you haven't tried it already, I do recommend it. But once again, thank you so much for watching the video and listening to the commentary. I really hope you've enjoyed it, and as always, have a great day.